Welcome back, everybody, to episode 103.
103.
Wow. TM 103 of the Lookout Podcast. Did you like TM 103?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Lose My Mind with Plies. Lose My Mind with Drake.
I mean, no, dude. I'm you know. You had to throw the with Drake in there just to kind of see Drake, if it would push me. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to see. You know what? I wanted to just see if I could jog your memory. I was like, he was on Lose My Mind.
There are some things that I don't like that have Drake on it. You know.
Oh, okay. All right. News to me.
Few things.
I'm of course Meelz, and I'm here with JG Okotsu himself.
Hey.
And we're here for another week. Hold on.
Good stuff this week, dude. Wow, y'all hear that? That's not me. That is not me.
I feel like you on RSPN.
Holy shit, dude. That is
I feel like, oh my god. Okay.
I eat like shit the day of RSPN. So
really,
yeah. Mondays are like, have at it. You know, go be somebody. Like
that's my Fridays. Yo, by the time when I do the A show every week, it's usually right after lunch, and I'm usually eating something very cheap and actually very healthy, and I feel like. I remember one time, it might have been a couple of weeks ago, I was like going through it. I had this stomach ache that was bad. Like I was sweating. I had to unbutton my shirt.
Damn.
I had to unbutton my pants. Like I was just like, yo, what am I going through? And then by the end of the episode, I guess it kind of wore off. So that was pretty fun. Of course, you can listen to RSPN and the A Show. Once again, RNC Radio Network, the family. We're here. We're beautiful. So many different shows, so many different things. You can also listen to the BLT podcast. You can listen to the Black Variant on this network. You can also listen to the Big Eyes podcast. You can also listen to, what else do we got coming through the pipeline? I feel like I'm gonna miss something. The War Report, and so much more. Make sure you tune into the RNC Radio Network. Follow RNC Radio Live on Twitter, and also follow the Lookout RNC on Twitter. I just a little bit of banter. I started another anime this week.
I don't know. What was it?
I don't know what I'm on recently.
Happened? What's going on? I think it's just like that fourth quarter flow shit. You know, we're getting into like real deep fall, winter. I just think it's that time, man.
I'm trying to see what this year had to offer in terms of anime, because we're approaching the end of the year. We're of course going to do our best of conversations. We're going to do our awards. We're going to do all this other amazing stuff towards the end of the year. So I want to kind of see what else was out there. And there's so much anime. So based on so we were having this discussion in the Discord regarding, I brought up, of course, Odd Taxi last week. I was like, anime of the year. We're getting through this. So Sid, shout out to Sid, also in our Discord, he brings up this anime called Mushoku Tensei. He says, this is my anime of the year, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. So I looked it up. It's got a lot of great reviews.
You started it out, huh?
I started it out. I like to go on these things cold. I don't like to know the plot. I don't like to know the story. I don't like to know anything. I like to just I will be taken on whatever ride I am by the first episode. If the first episode can't sell me, I don't know what to do.
So what happened?
This is an interesting. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's my fully cup of tea. Like the world of fantasy and all this other stuff like that. Not my jam. However, it's not bad.
Not bad goes a long way, man.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just,
it's not your vibes.
I think
it doesn't hit the spot.
I think I would say, yeah, it doesn't hit my spot. Like, wow, pause. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I guess reach that point. I've yet to reach a point in the show where I'm like, all right, we in this. We in here. We in this thing. We doing this. Let's go. This is what it's about. Not similar, but in contrast, actually, to the anime that we're going to talk about today, which is Platinum End, which I actually liked the first couple episodes. But Mushoku Tensei takes place in a world. So it's jobless reincarnation. So the main character is this person who dies at the beginning of Wow. Okay, I'm spoiling the plot, but whatever. That's not
We
even the
need
real
this.
plot.
I need to hear it.
So he dies, gets reborn in some like fantasy thing, and as a kid, and there's magic and different types of like beasts and types of people and wizards and
What
all
does
this
this guy?
other
What
stuff.
does he have to do? What's going on? Does he have to?
So he's this really smart kid who ends up learning magic really, really quickly, and then like, but the plot of the show doesn't really start till like episode 8, where the world is changed by some event, and then they have to kind of go figure it out. It's giving me a little bit of a Dr. Stone vibe in terms of that aspect, where something cataclysmic affects the entire world and they have to figure it out. But it's nothing like Dr. Stone, so don't go in this and thinking if you like Dr. Stone, you're gonna like this, because it's not the same thing.
I'm looking at some photos here, man. It's a lot of cleavage going on. What's going on with this, man?
It's a very perverted. It's slightly perverted anime. There's like actually quite a bit of like sex and references to that in the anime.
I'm seeing that.
I got earmuffs on when I listen to this, but yeah, it's very interesting. Not sure if it's my cup of tea, but I think a lot of people liked it, and a lot of people said great things about it. But I think a lot of those people love the isekai. Isekai, I think that's the genre of anime where it's about fantasy and like other world shit. Not my jam. Isekai.
But I respect you going out your boundaries here, man. I mean,
I'm trying. Other things, I guess. Oh, I guess Digimon would count as an isekai anime. Oh,
really? Is that true?
I guess. I mean, World of Fantasy, completely different, etc., etc. That's what Google says.
Got to be right then, right?
Nah. Yeah, but
is it reported on TMZ?
But other anime within this genre, Sword Art Online, which I've never seen, which is very popular. ReZero, never seen it.
ReZero is good, man. ReZero is good.
It?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting another
the time
life.
The time I got reincarnated as a slime.
I've never like gave it a lot of love, so I can't really speak on it.
And other things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a simp who just likes the normal shonen shit, which I know Cyrus is gonna hate me. He's gonna be like, "Yo, you're such a simp. You're such a weirdo."
But I mean, yeah, we like that stuff, man. You're coming from My Hero, man.
Listen, not only that. I mean, Dragon Ball.
I know. Has anything hit you as hard as My Hero since like beginning this podcast? Anything just like fell into that realm of like one of the
Attack on Titan?
Well, yeah,
Attack on Titan.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I would say Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is really, really good. I'm in awe of like the writing, the callbacks, everything. And we're gonna start it pretty soon. So I mean, I'm excited to revisit the world of parody. There we go. Parody. Listen.
Parody.
And then I caught the last chapter. Was that Barnes and
Noble? Got
Nobles.
it. Good.
The last volume,
you got that special one?
No, I didn't get the special one. I was
That's
too.
Cool.
Well, no, they
had
the special one, but another store had another alternate cover. That's what I'm thinking about. Jamal sent me it.
I think Books A Million has another one.
Yeah, so it's another alternate cover type of deal with like a poster or something along the lines.
Yeah.
Didn't get it, but you know what? Whatever.
Cool. You got it though. You got the copy.
Jujutsu Kaisen Movie 0 trailer. Recent released this week. I would not have known it was coming out until you tweeted about it, which is very rare for you to tweet something.
They had a little countdown going. I had to. Yeah, they had a little countdown going on, so I was kind of like ready to pounce on it per usual.
Well, talk about it from your perspective. What do you like? What was your favorite things about this trailer? Kind of like, how did you feel when you saw it? Are you more anticipated for this movie? Talk about it.
Yeah, I think this definitely it put me on another level as far as being like hyped for it. The original little teaser that we got was awesome, but this you get like the full-fledged. This is a full-fledged trailer here, so it looks like they're obviously going to follow the manga pretty closely, which is what we expect. Everything looks really good.
Do you expect them in? So this is like a volume, but it's like 4 chapters, right?
Yeah.
So you expect them to cover everything within the movie?
I think this may clear. I think this may be an hour 45, man. I'll be real with you. I'm just going based off some of the scenes that they've given us just in the trailer. Everything pretty much calls back to what's in the manga from each kind of chapter, you know. So it looks like they'll probably scale it the right way. The music was great. I think Utah looks amazing. You know, I love seeing we get to see Gitu finally. Well, so yeah, dude, I'm really excited.
I'm gonna ignore that. However,
what do y'all want me to say, man?
What I would like you guys to say is go listen to the Big Eyes podcast where they cover all this manga stuff. Where you can...
Sorry, I mean, I don't know what am I supposed to say here. Like, you know, I don't know what to...
Oh my god!
If you don't know, I mean, you know. But anyways, no. Honestly, everyone looks really good.
Thank you for season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen.
We should be there. Yeah, we should be there soon. But no, it looks great. I think the music sounds fantastic. Rika looks great. Yuta looks great. Gojo looks awesome. We get to see some nice clips of some of the third years. It's cool, man. I'm really, really excited. Looks like they're putting their foot in it visually, which I expect nothing less from Mappa. So posters are hard. Yeah, man, we're almost there. So I think they'll hit this shit around the head. We.
They are almost there.
We're almost there. I'm flying out. I'm gonna have to just fly out to Japan, bro. Give me subtitle me. I'll watch it no subs.
I think they started loosening restrictions. To be honest with you,
did they?
I think can you fly into Japan?
So I think they have because my brother has a field trip. Like, you know, you can start paying right now type thing, and then they go on the trip in like a year.
Your brother has a field trip to Japan?
True story. Yeah, true story. We've come a long way. We've come a long way.
I've never gone beyond.
Yeah.
I've never.
It's like they got us paying for it now, you know, like a little bit now, and then.
Is this a senior trip?
No, he's 13.
It's just a regular ass trip.
It's a regular ass field trip, bro. Yeah. Can you believe that, right? My mom let me know. She's like, "You want to go?" And like, I'm like, "I want to go, but I don't want to." You know.
I'm not trying to go with him. No, but
yeah. Basically, no offense, but I'm not trying to like watch kids. And she's like, "No, it's not like that." I was like, "All right, well, I mean, yeah." So I'm looking into that.
It's gonna end up exactly like the Lizzie McGuire movie, where you meet an alternate world like Jeff.
That would be insane. A Japanese Jeff. A real Kotu? Wouldn't that be nuts?
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh my god.
Let's can't wait for the movie though, dude. Yeah, no, I think he's gonna do it, man. So he's just getting it. He just bought his first manga that he bought from like Scholastics. You remember Scholastics?
Yes.
It was a My Hero volume. Believe it or not.
Listen.
So
don't ask me if I believe it or not. I believe.
Yeah, true story.
Kids love it. Kids love it. It's popular. Super popular.
But yeah, man. Jujutsu Kaisen 0 very soon. I cannot wait. I'm sure you can imagine.
Well, speaking of movies and speaking of My Hero Academia World Heroes Missions debuted at number 4 in its first weekend. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to the movie. Listen, continue supporting it. It's still in theaters now. Hopefully you've all watched our spoiler special, which you can catch on YouTube, or you can scroll back into archives on whatever we post this on, or whatever you listen to it on, rather. And it's there. But yeah, definitely support the movie. Show some love. I hear there's another One Piece movie that's coming out this week or something.
I'm not quite ready yet. I'm so far behind.
I need someone to explain to me, is One Piece this thing where I can just drop in?
Yeah, I don't know if, like, I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm probably like 30, 40 episodes in again. You see how I say "and again."
You started it over.
Yeah, so I was texting AD and Jamal about the shit, and I was like, "Yo, I'm actually starting to get feelings for the characters and stuff." So like, I'm cool with that. You asked me if I was watching anything new. I'm really not, bro. Honestly, I just like, I'm on the same shit right now. Like, but I'm having a good time nonetheless. But yeah, One Piece is fun, man. But I'll never be able to catch up. I feel like, which is kind of like not disheartening, but it's a lot.
The streets are saying it's a good anime this year. That's what I heard. I was like, oh, they're doing some big things in One Piece this year.
So that's because we're getting to the tail end, right? Well, the manga.
What happened?
The manga's almost over, correct? Aren't they in their last little stretch here?
Bro, I think so.
I think they're in their last stretch. It's hard to say. Over 1,000 chapters.
What is the last stretch? Truly, you've stretched it out far enough.
True, man. Goodness.
What's 500 more chapters?
There's somebody out there who hasn't missed a volume. There's somebody out there who has like owns every volume, still reads every week. Somebody out there.
God bless you.
Truly, salute.
God bless you.
Let us know.
All right, so I have 2 topics here. Of course, you can choose which other one to go to. So I have something about Pokemon, something about Dragon Ball. Which one should we get into?
I want to talk about this Dragon Ball first because I know what you want to talk about, but I'm not familiar with what's been going on. I seen it on my timeline, and I kind of like rolled my eyes, and I kept it pushing.
Wow, rolled your eyes.
I did. Good because
I
got enough of this character already from Broly. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So let's reset. So first of all, those of you who are not caught up to Dragon Ball Super manga, don't worry, the anime is never coming back. So
there's that.
You can just binge the manga. To be honest with you, hate to break it to you, anime is never coming back.
Man.
If it was gonna come back, would have came back by now. Even Geekdom on YouTube, haven't heard a single thing. He's not even putting his name out there to be attached to any rumors of a thing coming back. He's like, yo, every time he's like, okay, the anime is coming back this time, and then it doesn't come back. He gets all types of threats and all types of things. So he's not even doing it anymore. Yeah,
honestly, he shouldn't. You know, Dragon Ball fans are very like kind of fickle, like with a lot of different things. I don't know. You and I have come to terms with it like maybe a year ago, 2 years ago almost, where we were just like, you know what? Whenever things get shaped back up, fuck it, we'll be there. But
we'll be excited when it shows up. But I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna.
No, can't do that. I'm a Hunter fan. There's no fucking way I can wait. I'm chilling. Like when it comes back, it comes back. There's so many great things that's popping off right now. So whatever.
So
what's going on? What's going on?
The latest chapter of Dragon Ball Super, they kind of reintroduced Bardock to this entire story. So they're currently enthralled in a battle with a Cerulean named Granola.
Right. Okay.
That's a lot of terms. May be delicious depending on how you sound it. May feel breakfasty to you.
Cerulean.
So Cerulean is an ancient race that lived alongside the Nameks quite some time ago. The Saiyans showed up as they introduced at the beginning of this arc. The Saiyans showed up as part of the Frieza Force, started killing people, all this other stuff. And one Cerulean managed to get away, and also one Namek got away, and those are the people that they're currently enthralled in this conflict with.
Interesting.
So Granola used another pair of Dragon Balls. There's a different set of Dragon Balls than the one that they have. So there's another set of Dragon Balls that only...
Wait, so...
Go ahead.
Another set of Dragon Balls.
Yes. Another set of Dragon Balls. There are only 2 of them. So you only have to collect 2 of them, and you make a wish, but you make it under a certain condition, which means you have to give up something to get the thing that you want.
That's cool. I like that.
So Granola wishes to be the strongest person in the universe, but what he gives up is that he will die in 3 years. No matter what. So
interesting.
He's the strongest guy in this universe. There's another group of people called the Hidas who are kind of like the instigators in this thing. So they're the evil people, but they're instigating this entire thing. So they go and get Vegeta and Goku and it's like, hey, this guy's been tormenting our planet and stuff like that. So they bring over Vegeta and Goku are enthralled in this brawl with the strongest man in the universe, Granola, and they're getting their ass whooped. And you hear about the Ultra Ego, and you hear about Goku almost dying and in his chest, etc., etc. So
he's shooting off. He's shooting off. He got guns.
Yeah.
Space beams.
You got a little something. It's
kind of cool.
Great design. Great design.
Yeah, I've seen the design. I'm interested in it for sure.
So there's an old Namek who's his friend, an old Namek that survived the initial Namek thing, the story that they refused to tell us that would open up a lot about Piccolo's life and also the other Namekians' life. But maybe we'll get that in the future, considering they're opening up this Bardock thing. So the old Namekian comes down as this Granola is facing Vegeta and Goku, and Granola is trying to fight to avenge his race because the Saiyans did so much destruction to it. But then that old Namek was like, oh, yo, no, chill. Actually, it was this man's father who actually saved you. And we get this whole backstory about how Bardock went to this planet, initially went to kind of destroy this planet. However, due to him, I guess, similar feelings of family, you know, with Goku and his wife Jean and all this other stuff like that, he can't really kill them. He just doesn't have it in him, so he saves Granola and like, yo, run off. Blah, 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 blah. But you get all this backstory about how, you know, we see before Goku is shipped off to Earth and something along those lines. You get this backstory of how Bardock, you know, names Goku. It's like, oh, what should his name be? Oh, Kakarot. Oh, I love that.
Just off the top of his head.
Just off.
And Jean let him.
Yeah, just let him.
I mean,
waited.
It's a cool name.
It came back.
Right? Yeah, it's nice.
He came back after Goku was born, so he wasn't there for the birth of Goku. Like, he was on a mission fighting and killing people and all this.
Right on. I mean, like any other anime dad, this is proper. This makes sense.
Absolutely. So, he names Goku and he gets all these feelings and stuff like that. But you also learn through this entire process that I guess no one has ever told Goku about his dad, which was a source of contention for super fans. There's like, why has Goku never learned or asked about his dad? And I'm just like, I don't think it mattered to him.
But he's never even been the person to want to. It's not his personality.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they did a good job making sure that it wasn't his personality, so we never really had to ask those questions like a lot. You know, I mean, I think it's something we all wanted to know, but he's not the one to like go look searching for that answer.
He's always been like, yeah, I'm a Saiyan, but you know, I live on Earth, and there's all my friends and my family and my grandpa Gohan and all this other stuff like that. Like, he's so accustomed to his new life that he never really asked about, like, yo, who's my actual father? He's never asked these questions, even though Vegeta, who's worked with him for so long, never brought it up either. That was another source of contention. It was like, nigga, you've known this man for about a decade and a half at this point.
You only sat down and just told stories, or like?
I think it's because Vegeta is just like, yo.
I mean, Vegeta didn't really fuck with his pops like that.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't know, unless they retcon that shit. But
yeah.
But this is the first time in the story that I guess Goku learns about his father Bardock, and it's coming way after the fact.
So Granola's telling the story?
No, this old Namekian.
The old Namekian
and Vegeta. So when he
Vegeta's commenting on the shit now, huh?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, your father's Bardock," you know, and they have this whole backstory. It's currently being split into chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So the first half of the chapter happened in this last chapter, and I guess there's going to be another part of it that happens in this next chapter. But I think it's interesting that Dragon Ball, at least, it's a little late in the game.
Yeah. But I guess that's cool. I guess I thought, because of how the movie went, that would be all we got. You know, the retelling of Bardock's whole kind of thing and Goku's mom and shit like that. I wasn't anticipating, you know, them taking it back here. But I guess it is cool. I just wanted to know
adds a little bit of extra context. I think it adds a little bit more to, like, Bardock, who I guess was this Saiyan who just didn't trust Frieza, and then attempted to start this, like, mutiny. Like, oh, we need to, you know, stop Frieza and blah, blah, blah. I guess it adds a little context to his character about the man who he truly is and his own personal pride. So, you know what? It wasn't bad. I like the fact that they're introducing this backstory, because I think Dragon Ball needs something beyond. They need things to help add more context to things that are happening. I think a large part of Dragon Ball and the way its detractors is that it's kind of very simple. and like
Yeah,
very like
the transformations aren't gonna cut it anymore, right? We definitely need more
you need
depth in the
depth.
story. Yeah, yeah, that's what it's coming down to. Because if it's like Vegeta turning into, or having a new transformation and then getting knocked out, a chapter later, then or the same chapter even, what are we saying? What are we doing?
Absolutely. So I'll give him a little bit of credit, not too much. I would really give him credit if the anime came back, but I'll give him a little bit of credit for exploring and trying to add depth and trying to add story and
I don't think they're working on the anime right now.
Uh,
which would put us even further away from like, where we need to be.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would.
Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. I had a Pokemon thing. We'll talk about that next week. Although it's an interesting take. I don't want my take to be kind of.
No, man. I don't want to overshadow your take though. I do think we should have like a full discussion on it, and maybe before then I'll watch a few episodes and see what's going on.
Okay. How about
That's
always fun. That'll be amazing. I can recommend you some episodes to watch.
Actually, can you do that? That way I don't have to like sit through.
No, you're not going to watch through everything. I'm not going to let you watch all of Journey.
Okay,
so.
that'd be perfect.
I think you would do it anyway.
I might.
That's just me. But it could be me. Okay, so that was kind of all for the news this week, or anything that I kind of wanted to talk about. We can get into the main event up next, which is going to be Platinum End, a brand new anime that has come out that has stolen your heart.
There's a lot going on in Platinum End, so this was like one of the first things. I actually started the manga first, so it's one of those cool like adjustments I've had to make, like reading a lot more now, and then now the anime is starting. Spy Family is going to be next as well, like Mashal, things like that, where I just knew the manga. Who are we? Who are we? Like, I'm reading first and then watching last. What what's going on?
Whatever.
Yeah, Platinum Man.
Nonetheless, we'll be talking about Platinum Man right after this break. Stay tuned to the lookout.
Throughout the universe, they are feared for their singular gift of destruction. Planetary pirates enlisted by a merciless tyrant. For years, they have scoured the universe, destroying the weak and strong alike. They are the Saiyans. Ruthless and cruel, these heartless mercenaries have brought about the end of countless civilizations. Warriors without remorse, they have destroyed cities, countries, and planets. But their domineering future is about to change. In the blink of an eye, as another culture is being eliminated, one of the inhabitants strikes an unsuspecting lower-class Saiyan warrior, leaving him an incredible gift or curse. Now, this Saiyan has the ability to see the future and the destruction of his home planet, as well as the salvation of planet Earth through his offspring, Goku. Don't miss the upcoming new release from Funimation, Bardock, the father of Goku. Coming soon.
All right.
Okay.
Platinum Men.
Platinum Men. I gotta. Okay. Well, first.
You do.
No, I just want to say, like, the books are fantastic. One of the first things that caught my eye is the actual art of the books. They're like holographic Pokemon cards, and they shift in the light. Every single one of them. They have like this really dope. Yeah, I have every volume. I might send you some pictures, but like they're really cool. They have like this film.
Are they in English?
They're dubbed. Or they're dubbed. Yes, they're in English. But yeah, I know, right? But they're really pretty books. Like just naturally, the story itself is there's a lot going on, a lot of different characters, a crazy plot. A lot of cliffhangers and surprises and wild deaths and things of that nature. So I started reading the book because AD recommended it. Shout out Big Eyes. And we started buying them and basically had collected them all, at least the ones that are out. and heard that the anime was coming, so I was obviously excited. It's the same creator from Death Note. Looks very similar in that aspect, except Death Note is more, devil's underworld, and this is more like heaven, angels. But it's really cool. And you haven't seen Death Note yet, right?
No, please,
which is incredible.
Give me the 60-second summary of Death Note.
Death Note, basically this kid finds a notebook on the floor with rules in it that says if you write somebody's name, they die. There's all these rules. The Shimigami, which is, the main, you guys know what I'm talking about. He follows you around because he picked up the book, and the book kind of like just takes a turn because he starts thinking, okay, I'm just going to purify the world a little bit, get rid of some people who doesn't need to be here. But he gets stuck in his tracks and starts writing too many different things down and killing people in different ways, and just turns into like this god almost dictating how the world works. And then he starts getting investigated by the police. And it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's really fun. It's one season, but one season is like fucking 36 episodes or something like that. So it's really, really big. So it's crazy that you're actually watching Platinum Men before this, because it's technically the same world, like same universe. But yeah. I mean, Death Note is a classic, in anybody's eyes, but I think that it's going to be interesting for you checking out, this one season of Platinum Men, which I think it is going to be just one season, and then of all the books, because it's not that long. I think it's like 13 volumes or 14 volumes.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Yeah, and then you'll go from this to like probably checking out Death Note before the year's over or early next year. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
Listen, so Platinum
Men. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Platinum Men? At least
like
the
episodes.
Thus far.
Yeah. I like it thus far. I think overall my favorite part about it is at least these first 5 episodes. So we're talking about the first 5 episodes of Platinum Men. So I like the fact that there's already seemed to be a little bit of stakes regarding everything that's kind of happening, and someone is already being very proactive about what's happening. And I like the concept of this. Because it's essentially it's like this. I don't know if it has to be death games. Yeah, I guess it is a death game. Huh?
Yeah,
you kind of got to kill everybody.
Kind of. Yeah, at least if you have an angel,
right? So I like the rules and the construct of the show, and I also like the villainous activity that we've gotten thus far.
Did the first episode hit for you?
So
what? Like what?
Yes and no.
I want to transition to like, how did you feel during the part where basically he finds the truth out about his parents?
I'll be honest with you. If it had come a while later, it might have had a bigger effect on me.
Right. You think it was a little early to just kind of like, oh yeah. I mean, she says it very nonchalantly, even in the manga, but he's like, oh yeah, but you're on uncle.
Right. Yeah. But here's the thing, that part of the scene. So we're talking about the scene. The protagonist, Mirai Kakashi. He is about to. I mean, this starts out. He's about to kill himself. He jumps off the thing. As he's about to kill himself, he's saved by an angel. The angel says blah 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 blah, and gives him 2 different types of what's it called? Arrows.
Yeah.
So there's an arrow, there's a red arrow that makes anyone kind of fall in love with you or do whatever you want. And then there's a white arrow, which will kill anybody that you want. So he uses the red arrow on his aunt and uncle, who are, I guess, his foster parents, because his parents actually died. And then he finds out that he finds out from the angel previously that the uncle and aunt killed his parents for the money.
Right.
So then he uses the arrows to essentially get his aunt and uncle to kill one another.
Yeah, basically. Like, I mean, she ended up killing herself for him,
right,
out of just like the pure love, just because of the love arrow.
I thought it was an interesting way. I thought that part was maybe it came a little bit early, but it didn't come in sort of. I think you could have found a better way to kind of establish these rules of these arrows and kind of showcase what they really are.
Yeah.
I don't know if you needed to do this via like revealing this version of the plot really early, because I think one thing I would say about the main character thus far is that there's not a lot to him. Thus far, at least in these first 5 episodes, and I have not read the manga, so I'm literally viewing this and kind of observing this how it goes.
The speed of it does happen the same way as far as the manga. Like you do kind of get that, although to me I think it was executed a little bit better in the manga, but you get visually it's a little bit more accepting in the manga than it is the anime. They definitely toned it down just a little bit.
But he doesn't really. There's not much. He hasn't. In these first 5 episodes, he hasn't really done anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing, but if you're trying to kind of establish a main character, I feel like there needs to be something that he needs to at least do something. But I think we're hitting that turn of that curve right now, with kind of everything that's going on. So I'm going to pretty much read from. So on the Lookout page, we had a thread about this in terms of everything you need to know about it before you read into the show. So Murai Kakashi is the protagonist of the show, and despite everything that's happened to him, which means his parents dying, he's focused on kind of protecting those that are close to him and also trying to seek happiness, which can be done in a various amount of ways. He has his guardian angel Nasi or Nase. So she's a special grade angel.
She is.
So that equips him. There are various grades of this thing, and so special grades, you get the white arrow and the red arrow. First grade, you get an arrow. Oh, special grade, you get white arrow. Yeah, red arrow and the wings.
Yeah.
So you got the whole deluxe package. First grade, you just get one arrow and a set of wings, and then I think the second grade, you just get the arrow or just wings.
One, yeah.
So she's a special grade, so he gets a whole deluxe package and stuff like that. We're also introduced to this girl named Saki, who I'm also not that engaged with right now. She also isn't really doing anything. They're kind of in the same space. I was like, why they introduce her? And she's
crazy.
Go ahead.
The candidates, they slow simmer the candidates. Although these are this is the main protagonist. Like there's the other candidates are so much more interesting. Because they really are. I'm telling you, I don't know why they decided to do it this way. Although the character, he's very reserved, and he has this unsurety about him. You know what I'm saying? But the other candidates are more action, a little bit even better story for that matter. It's definitely one of those things where you're like, not that you can do without him, but it's just. I don't know. The way that they tell it is hey, we have a lot of other characters to introduce, but you need to know about him because they tell they circle the plot around him.
Yeah.
But there's more important things going on. The other candidates are much more interesting.
Absolutely. So, Saki, I was just like, huh? I was just like, okay, she's kind of a lame too. Mm-hmm. But he's in love with her. But I don't get why he's in love with her because she's kind of lame. But I don't know. Maybe it's a cute thing or something, or childhood or stuff like that. She shoots him with the red arrow off rip, and I was like, "What the?" I would
pull up the school pal, what?
I would be tight.
I'm already.
Yeah. I was just like, "What?" Okay, all right. So I didn't really like that. Okay, let me get to my favorite part of the first 5 episodes thus far.
Sure.
And it involves the antagonist.
Okay.
Metrolopaman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Metrolopaman. Who is the protagonist of the show, but seemingly going on and about and similar, he's trying to be the hero of the show. So he saves people. He saves the first introduction that we have into the series. I mean, he kills a person in his first introduction.
Bro, but wait. You need to read that part. It's much more interesting when he kills that dude. Yeah, okay. Dude, in the manga, dude's in the car, butt ass naked, with 20 girls, in a limo, 20 girls butt ass naked, getting toppy, just wild. And the manga's wild, bro. Right? And then you really see him get murked off. They saved it for a clip at the end leading into the next episode.
Well, I think they plan on showing this in other countries as well.
Yeah, no, they had to. Trust me.
So the first time we introduced him, he essentially kills another candidate who, is getting all types.
Yeah,
of
he was only using. He's like a comedian. He was only using his arrows to basically like fuck anything walking. Yeah, that's it. That's it, bro.
So he kills him, and that's our first introduction to him. But his suit is fire. I was like, I was like, yo, the graphics on this is insane.
Yeah, they went hard on the animation first, man.
I was like, whoa, you had to give him the whole 3D shebang of bang?
You like that shit? They made sure we knew what was up.
I was like, what kind of Transformer shit is this?
Shit hard, man.
Antagonist is Kanade. He is also another special grade. Has another special grade angel.
My man, 16 years old, bro.
Which is crazy. He don't look
Nah, he was like about in his 30s, bro.
Yeah, you like an adult. I don't like all these.
He's a high school student, dude.
I hate the character, not hate the character, but I think we've seen enough of like snobby rich a kid who is really doing this because he has other motivations,
even though he has everything he could possibly imagine.
Yeah, but he's like, I'm trying to save my sister's life, and I'm just like, oh god damn it.
There you go. But he also has wings, red and white arrows.
Yeah. Well, he is the master player. He's playing.
No, he's a beast.
When everyone is playing checkers. So my favorite part of the series is when they go to the stadium. That is absolutely
that did it for you. Yeah, I think it's episode 4, isn't it?
Because it's a level of. It's coming pretty early, I'd say, in the series, but then again, I don't know how long this thing is going to actually be. So it's coming pretty early, but it's already establishing him as like, oh, how are we going to beat this guy? Not only is he better, he's stronger, he's smarter, he's faster, and his identity is kept under wraps, so no one knows who he is. Yet we're out here in the stadium in like a fucking beanie and a bad coat, and I'm just trying to like not trying to make it hot. That I know he's an angel and I'm trying to hide my angel, but this guy's already got to figure it out. Like the villain Kanade thus far to me is, while he has elements of all the shit that I hate, he is by far the best character in this show. Thus far.
Yeah, I think like you'll probably find yourself getting attached to like other candidates later on. But as far as like this little first arc, I guess you could call it, he's pretty badass. He also has his ambition and like his goal is fucking psychotic. Like it's just like if you want to give a rich person even more power than they already need, like this is what you get right here. So he's doing it the right way though. I mean, shit. I'd probably be just on the same shit, man.
So the idea is they're supposed to the general plot of the show is that God is retiring.
He's tired, bro.
He's like, yo.
He's tired, bro.
Yo. He told all his God candidates, yo, y'all got 99 days to pick someone else because I ain't got it no more.
He looks 99 days. Like he looks like he's not what you think a God would look like. You can tell he's been working way too hard.
He's done. I got 99 days. Find a candidate, thing him, and the last one who remains is gonna get my job. And they're like, oh, okay, all right. So we're doing all these things. Kanade absolutely wants to be that guy. Mm-hmm. He's like, yo, I'm gonna be that guy, and he's like, yes, he is by far. So they have this. He's been reaching out to people on television and be like, yo, I know you guys are out there. If you're out there, come check me. Just
to him, it's more simple that way because he feels comfortable enough to kill him and get rid of him faster that way.
Absolutely. And if he puts up this front as if he's a hero, maybe they believe that he won't kill them.
Right.
Boy, were they wrong. Because
they were wrong. This dude's a murderer. Straight up. He's shooting 2 arrows at a time at some points, bro.
He goes to the stadium and he's waiting at the stadium, or so you think. He's waiting at the stadium for anyone to show up. Any of these God candidates who showed up. And of course, there are God candidates in the audience, but they're not trying to make it hot. You know, our protagonist and deuteragonist, or whatever the fuck her name, however you pronounce that, Saki and Murai are in the audience. They're not trying to make it hot. They're trying to look real regular. They're just trying to. I don't even know why did everybody else show up? That's a big question for me.
Yeah, why was there an audience? What are you doing here? Like, you've seen what's going on. They pulled up like they bought tickets.
Yeah, they was like, oh shit, little Metrolip man. Listen, Metrolip, Metroid. Metro.
I'm
calling Metroid.
Metro.
So he shows up, and immediately there are people who show up who's just like, there's the other Power Rangers who show up, the green and the blue and the yellow.
Yeah.
And maybe a pink one, I think. Or maybe I'm bugging. But they show up and they're like, oh, we can body him if we all work together. He's already a step ahead of him. Boom. It's a decoy. It's not really him. He shoots one of them from behind with an arrow. He shoots another one from behind with an arrow. This girl shows up, shoots her with an arrow, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, everyone who's there gets murked.
Yeah. By Kanata.
Yeah.
No, he's a badass character.
And he steals all of their like arrows. So he's like, yo, give me this light arrow, give me a couple of these.
He's doing it the right way. What you would think
wings.
An antagonist would actually do. You know, sometimes like you animated, because if I'm in an anime, if I beat somebody, I'm taking their clothes, bro. I'm taking, headband, whatever they wear. I'm taking that shit. Like, this is hard. I want this. Give me that.
All right. So, what would you have done if you were Mirai in the show? You're there with Saki.
Yeah.
She's low-key screaming her fucking head off. She's like, yo, someone needs to stop them. He's still killing them.
I would have been gone already, bruh.
Like, the guy tries to fly off with the girl handcuffed to him, and she's pulling her wrist off and stuff.
Bro, the manga is nasty, bro. It's nasty, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Like, they do a good job. Like I said, when you watch Death Note, you'll even see how they really just merge. But bro, I'm out of there, dog. I'm never being there in the first place.
Yo, I'm trying to think of what I would do in that situation.
You got a guy who literally was like, "Okay, you guys pull up, come see me. If I know y'all out there. Come, I'm not going."
I think they wanted to see what was going to happen. Like, to be honest with you, all right, so boom. If they didn't go and see what happened, they might be worse off than they are.
You think so? I mean, he was gonna eventually find them, I guess, no matter what.
Yeah. So, I'm sure he's gonna find them eventually. They're gonna slip up something, the angel, blah, 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 blah. But if they weren't there, they would not know how cunning and sick this motherfucker
I know. I mean, there had to be a sacrifice, right?
Yeah. So he's like, I love the situation because it's a very tense situation. It's like, yo, should I save them? Should I not? Should I do? What should I do? It reminds me of, and sorry to shoehorn this in, the first season of My Hero Academia, where Shigaraki has got Aizawa pinned, and Deku's like, do I jump in? Do I save him? How do I do this? I'm not supposed to use my quirks. But
I'm gonna cry.
And then I think Todoroki shows up with like some ice shit and something. Yeah. And it's like, they told us we can use our quirks.
I just got a text.
I gotta revisit that shit.
I know, right?
Oh my god. No, but like, I thought that was just special. I thought it was a special way to really
look at you, man. Look at you, dude.
This is what I wanted from
It's
Digimon Bros game last week.
I know, but I'm saying, like, this just right up your ass. It's a lot going on. You're gonna see motherfuckers die immediately, and it's gonna be some nasty stuff that you're just like, okay, this is kind of like what I've been looking for. It's just
I like that this isn't a straightforward bounty hunt. This isn't a straightforward let's go through an angel. He used actual strategy and tactics to really kill these motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
And it's really their own fault. And shout out to Mirai and Saki for being the kind of useless losers that they are, who just determined, it's probably better not to do anything at all. But here's the thing. If it makes me believe that they didn't do anything because they're just kind of like, they don't really do anything thus far. If Mirai had been in the vein of like a Deku, a Naruto, a Goku, he would have jumped in there and started punching him or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's not his steez, man. That's not really his.
It's another example. Frieza about to murk all the Namek village, and Gohan sitting on the thing, and he's just like, "Yo," and Krillin's like, "Yo, chill,
I gotta go,"
and he's like, "I can't do this anymore." And he goes in, kicks the Doria, saves the kids. I mean, that might have worked out for him.
Nah, this shit wasn't gonna work out. He knew it wasn't gonna work out. He's a thinker, man. He's like, I'm not going down there, bro. I go down there.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah,
kind of looks like a punk to me. But
hey, look, again, when you watch Death Note, the two main, like, they're very. The characters are actually really similar in some fashion, but one is extremely, like, way more dramatic. This guy's kind of like, oh, well, just want to try to make my life better. I don't really want to.
He got a room. He ain't got no bed. Sleeps on the floor.
Yeah.
Then Saki
he's not taking advantage of his situation at all. Like,
yeah, Saki makes him fall in love with him, and now he's just sleeping at her house, probably also on the floor. Like,
not even throwing not even running game. Like,
I don't know if I could get behind this main character, but
in Death Note, my man Light was on some shit. Yeah, he was on some shenanigans.
Okay.
He a different breed.
Yeah, Kakahashi Murai Kakahashi. You gotta step it up somehow, man. You gotta do something. Show out. Listen, buy a new pair of jeans. Something to show your worth, man. Come on. Because if every other character in the show is way more fun and fly than you, then
let's just see what happens, man. Let's just see what happens. Yeah?
Let's just see what happens. I like that. So that's the first 5 episodes of Platinum Man. I recommend everybody to go in and watch it. The dub is coming very imminently. I think it starts this week.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Friday.
Yeah, so the dub is coming very imminently. And I'm not even sure who's voicing this show. I mean, let's see. I don't know. Zeno, you?
I don't see Zeno's name on this one.
But,
Alejandro Saab is doing.
Okay.
I mean,
I see.
I drove his first dub plans. Yeah.
Listen to this. Yeah. Right. Damian Mills. Okay. Rebel, Laura Post. Okay. All right. So they got some people. They're doing voices. Some people. They doing some voices. So we have that to look forward to. The dub drops. They had. Is it actually this week? I
thought it was Friday.
No, it might be this week. I'm just trying to look for the date. It doesn't show the date anywhere, but it's dropping imminently, so it just is what it is. Make sure you tune into that. Make sure you tune into this. I'm sure we'll be covering this a little bit more. I'll be following the series because I like it.
And, good, man. Meelz, man. See, well, you got your plot here, and you got your real story going on. So this is easy for you to attach to. Yeah.
Well, listen, you have a good villain that will make me overlook a lot of stupid shit in the
show. Yeah, understood.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh because Maximilian Pegasus is
just pure scumbag, and he's hilarious. So yeah, how could you?
Yes, you love Dragon Ball. You love the Goku versus Frieza thing because you know what Frieza is. A good villain is very, very.
It can carry the series.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, that's all we got for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in to The Lookout, of course.
Yes.
You can continue to follow us at The Lookout RNC on Twitter. You can follow us at The Lookout on RNC Radio, anywhere where you find podcasts. It's legitimately The Lookout on RNC Radio. What else do we got into? What do you want to do next week?
I don't know, man. We got Anime NYC coming up. That'd be really fun.
That's going to be fun. Next week, okay. So this will be still the week before Anime NYC.
We still have I know people still want to know about I just went blank. What we were going to talk about instead of Platinum Man, it was Tokyo Revengers. Jesus Christ.
Tokyo Revengers. Okay, we can do Tokyo Revengers.
We can do Tokyo Revengers, man, if you want to.
You can
It's
do
going to be a
Tokyo
lot of
Revengers.
time travel, though. So
I got some takes.
okay, I'm about to say, stay locked in, nigga, because we traveling.
Yeah, I got some takes on this show, and they're not all good. Some of them are good, but not all of them are good. Okay, so we'll do Tokyo Revengers next week. On the lookout. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, you can follow us itself, myself, Meelz TV, Jeff, Old Newsboy, anything that you want to talk about, anything you want us to break down, let us know. And of course, we'll be at Anime NYC during the weekend of November 20th. So if you're gonna be there, which a lot of people apparently are going to be, they announced they announced so much shit.
I know, bro. We got a little overboard there. Got a little overwhelmed. I was like,
RDC World is gonna be there. The whole squad of
isn't Odd Taxi Dub debuting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
What?
It was meant to be. It was just meant to be. We'll see y'all there, man.
I'm literally like looking. I'm like, all right. So I had initially like, okay, we're gonna have some time to do this. We're gonna have some time to do that. We gotta get in time to do this.
Yeah.
Ain't got no time for shit.
Ain't got no time for nothing.
We're gonna be sitting at the Javits Center for the whole fucking day.
It's insane.
Oh yeah, so we have that to look forward to. Thank you guys for tuning in, and yeah, we're out. We'll see you next week.